Parents strongly caution the following programs are intended for mature audiences over the age of 18. These programs may contain some material that many parents would not find suitable for children and may include intense violence, sexual situations, coarse language, and suggestive dialogue.
All right, happy Tuesday. Welcome back to another episode of Sound Injection. Today we got Joe from Advance. How you doing today, bro?
Good, man. How you guys doing? Thanks for having me.
Absolutely fantastic. All right, so we're going to let Meg start this off.
Okay, what is your biggest pet peeve from the audience when performing live?
It's a good question.
Uh-huh.
Never really thought about that.
None. You're all great. The fans are all great. No.
Yeah, no. I would
That's
say
a safe answer.
I want to say maybe like blatantly like talking very loudly while you're playing, like making like having a full-on conversation like with motion and like passionate, and it's like not paying attention. But even then I don't really care. I kind of just look away. I don't really know if I
Right.
have anything, to be honest. There's not like phones don't annoy me because like I just think it's cool. Like somebody
Yeah.
cares enough to document it and film it.
Okay. What about from fellow musicians? Does that change it a little bit?
While playing,
That or just anything surrounding the show?
anything in general. Oh man, we'll be here all night. Something from a fellow. Trying to think of what annoys me. Put me on the spot already. Damn. There's honestly not much. Like I think if you're a team player, like if somebody's not a team player, like if something needs to get done, like you got to load in really quickly or something. Like there's a scenario that day you're running behind, and if somebody, because I've been in situations where somebody's like, "That's not my job" or something, that is
Yeah.
most likely to get me annoyed.
Annoyed. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah.
pretty safe because it's the same way here.
That's good.
Or don't shit on people when you're crowd surfing.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a big one.
That actually happened at Welcome Rockville this last year.
Yep.
Somebody shit on somebody.
They were crowd surfing, and I guess they got the diarrheas and
Shit on the crowd. Shit all over.
Literally.
Damn. All right, that's my new answer for that one.
I adopt that answer.
Don't shit on people while you're crowd surfing.
No.
All right, CB, you're up, man.
So going into the fans, what is your greatest fan interaction so far?
In this band, we haven't had a ton because before we started, we were saying we've only played a few shows as Advents,
Mm-hmm.
but I have two I can think of off the top of my head from previous bands. If you want those,
Yeah, go with it.
You.
I was playing a couple years back for a band called Awake at Last. I don't know if you guys have heard of them before.
I have.
And yeah, super cool guys. I played with them for a couple tours, and I think we were in St. Louis, and the set ended, and somebody came. I was like getting my kid off the stage and whatever, and just kind of like gathering myself, and somebody ran up to me, and they were like, "You are the best drummer I've ever seen in my life." I was like, I didn't believe in a second of it. I was like, what? Like, that's crazy to even hear, but they were just like thrilled. And then I grabbed like a stick that I had broken during that set. I remember I like splintered one in half and I handed it to them, and they were like it was just was really cool that they cared that much.
Mm-hmm.
So that comes to mind. And then I remember another time in another band, I was playing in Nashville at a place called the Basement East. If you guys have heard of it, pretty cool venue out there. Yeah, it's a cool place. And again, after the set, somebody was in the front row and they said, you something along the lines of like, you inspired me to start practicing again. And that one really meant a lot to me because it's really like a classic, I guess, musician thing to kind of you want to be perfect. Sometimes you'll overthink your playing. And if you fuck up a couple times, you'll like get in your head. And I think that show I might have had a couple of those, and then I got off and this dude was like, I'm going home to set up my kid again and whatever. So that was pretty cool too.
That was awesome.
That is badass. All right, CB, you're up, me.
Wait. Who just asked a question?
Meg did.
I just did. Yeah. I had
Did you? Okay. All right. So if
Are
you
you
had
losing your fucking mind?
maybe
Are you all right?
maybe well, I'm a little behind today, so we're good.
Do
So
you
if you
need a timeout?
No. So if you had to add a random instrument to your band, what would that be?
I should say bass because we don't have a bassist anymore. Because we play metalcore in 2026 and we want to make money. So I should say bass, but it would be cool, I think, ultimately to do like what Architects do with having like a lot of the synths and like the production elements being played live.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll take bass out of it. Just assume we have a bassist by then. I would add that sixth member to play some of those parts and not have them on tracks.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel I know you have to play to fucking click tracks, but I fucking hate click tracks and I hate having to do that. And it's bad because you want to add all these elements to your music. And I know a lot of, especially in metalcore today, a lot of them are getting like very cinematic and theatrical. And so it's very hard to sit there and be like a goddamn mini Slipknot and have 9-10 people playing all these different parts that you want to add into the music to be badass. But then you have to have them recorded and you have to play to a click track and you have to have it all in fucking time. And that is a huge pain in the ass.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, I could go on this topic for hours probably, but just the whole like, yeah, a lot of metalcore especially, but music in general right now is very homogenized where it's like kind of all becomes similar at a certain point because there's not those live elements that are happening. There's no variables. I mean, there's some variables, but it's not like, show up with your amp and turn it on and start riffing. That's how I started playing, like at 14 years old, like jamming Slayer in my friend's bedroom and all that. Like that's how I grew up teaching myself drums, really. So I think it would be cool to bring that element back into a lot of what bands do. And I know a lot of bands still operate that way. It's just byproduct of like the scene we're in, which is fine. But I think taking what we can and like making it more of like an in the moment real life performance as much as possible. I think that's cool.
Right. See, I still remember growing up and playing house shows and like
Yeah.
playing in somebody's damn living room and trashing the whole damn place
Yeah.
and playing on our half stacks and shit. And the vocalist he's doing vocals through a fucking half stack too because we couldn't afford a PA. So it's just super, super dirty, super grungy, but like 50 kids packed into a living room. They're just tearing the place apart and loving every goddamn minute of it. And that's where a lot of people have started, at least if you're 30, 35 plus, you know, you do remember those days. But if you're just now getting into music, you got all this electronics and technology that was never available back then. And then having to do that, it's getting to the point where a lot of people don't even, hell, you can go up there and be a fucking one-man band and play to a click track and just fucking be a vocalist and write all, you know, just program everything and it's done deal and it's going to sound fucking amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it does come down to like the scene you're in. Like I said, I think that certain styles need certain elements to be there. But yeah, I kind of long for the days of not to be like yelling at the sky, old man energy, but like I miss like my friend used to have parties in his backyard. We were like 15 and he lived kind of like not in the middle of nowhere, but his backyard backed up to nothing. So
right,
he had this like balcony porch area and like something we just wanted to be Metallica. Like that was what we wanted to do. So we like pretended it was a stage that was huge because it was like kind of opened up to like a field vibe, and he invited people over and I was like dragging drums through windows and stuff, and we played some shitty rendition of Metallica songs. Like those are the memories that stuck with me, you know. It was like real life, like learning your instrument, and like I could remember it as clear as day where it was like, how do I figure out how to like do this with my life, you know, all those years ago.
Awesome.
So
you know, I hear a lot of musicians say the same thing because we talk to so many. And a lot of them, when they talk about memories that really stuck of playing, it always goes back to like the grassroots of starting to play when they had all of those crazy memories of like shoving all your shit into a tiny Honda Civic and everybody's bringing their stuff out and how to drag it out of the fucking car and carry this 200-pound fucking half stack up there and all this other shit. Even though it was a pain in the ass at the time, now when you think about it, it's like that was dope. I miss doing a lot of that shit.
Yeah.
So on that, with you being what you guys are in, what, New York?
yeah, some of us are just outside, but yeah, we claim New York as the base.
So what, as far as growing up to this point, what was the scene like then compared to now?
It's kind of like a lot of the bands that I remember hearing about like 10, 15 years ago are still going in different ways. Some are more serious than others. But to be honest with you, when I was young, I didn't really grow up in the local scene as much as some other people did.
Mm-hmm.
I went to a lot of shows, but they were like bigger ticketed shows, and then I was just jamming with friends outside of that. Nowadays, I mean, it's still here. I mean, I think you got to dig a little bit to find the stuff that's like happening that's cool that you like hasn't been done, because a lot of bands will just play like they'll just saturate it, just play the same towns over and over and over again, and that's one thing that we as a band tried to avoid doing early on. Like, why would anybody, in my opinion, you know, you want to go see a band, it's like, why? We could see Advents, but they'll be there next week or 2 weeks from now. Like there's no like incentive, there's no scarcity, there's no like this is a moment thing. So there's some of that happens. I mean, I don't know if I could call it like healthy scene or a not healthy scene. I don't even know what the state of music is now. If it's healthy, unhealthy, it's just so weird now. Like, I think if you're in the know and you know the cool stuff happening, like in New York, like I'm in the city all the time and I'm about to move there full time. So there's a lot happening in like Brooklyn and smaller clubs in Manhattan that you kind of have to dig for. But when find yourself, you find yourself in there, you're like, oh damn, like nobody, this is like packed and it's tiny and bands nobody's ever heard of, but it's like everybody in that room like knows them.
Yeah.
So yeah, you just gotta kind of like do your homework a little bit, I guess.
That's kind of scary nowadays because I see so much laziness because of the internet. It's become like instant gratification. Everybody wants that instant gratification. They want it easy, they want it simple, and they want it quick. But then when it goes to promoting shows, if it's not a well-known bar and it doesn't already have like its own like built-in audience, it's so difficult to get people into those venues to see these bands. And I see that like here, like the area I live in, there is no metal scene at all. None. The closest place that sometimes has metal bands is down in Savannah, Georgia. But even then, we go to the Savannah shows and it's hit and miss. Now, if it's a popular band, yeah, you'll see it pack out. But if it's a couple of local bands, you walk in, there might be 5 people. And it's just dead. And so I really like asking that question just to see what the state of music is on the local scene versus we all know the big bands are going to sell out. People are going to come. Okay, that's no surprise. But when you bring it down to the grassroots level, it's a completely different situation because I'm watching on Facebook and I see really good venues that even some of them are historical venues that are now closing their doors and they're gone.
Yeah. No,
because of that situation.
Yeah, they also I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but one of the coolest venues in my area was I'm sure you've heard of it, St. Vitus in Brooklyn in Greenpoint.
Mm-hmm.
No longer there. Somebody had to complain about noise or whatever that story was, but that was one of the coolest places to go. I don't know if I put that on the local level, but it was a small bar that people packed into and saw a lot of cool shows there. And that's, they kind of just like fall one by one over time.
Yeah. I mean, even seeing like CBGB close down, like I never got to go. And I always wanted to go and see a show there. And it was on my bucket list. Then one day it's just gone.
Yeah. No, it's like a clothing store now or something. I think it's like a John Varvatos store or something. It's crazy. When you walk by there, people don't even know what it like. Kids down there, like I guarantee you, they're not aware of what they're walking past. Like it's kind of crazy.
Oh, that hurts my heart.
Yeah.
All right,
I never got to go there either. I just missed that. I think with how old I am.
All right, Meg, you're up.
So what's the weirdest thing that you've seen at a show? Or the
weirdest thing you said?
Mm-hmm. Like the most intense.
Weirdest thing. It's a tough question. Never really thought about that. Can you guys still see me, by the way? I feel like I'm frozen.
Yeah.
Are you still?
Yeah, no, you're good.
I didn't know if I lost connection for a second. So weirdest thing as a fan, you're saying, right? Like as an attendee?
Yeah, either an audience member or if you've been to a show and seen something weird or just anything.
Never really thought about that. I'm sure there was something at some point. I go to a lot of shows. I want to say, I mean, this isn't weird anymore. I would say like somebody in a wheelchair crowd surfing, but that's kind of become a thing.
Yeah, definitely become a thing.
And I wouldn't say that's weird. That's just sick. I think that I saw that like before it was as much of a thing, I guess, like a few years ago. Weirdest thing. I don't know.
Yeah, we seen that at Slaughter to Prevail at Welcome to Rockville, and I'm like scared to death for this woman. I'm like, I'm terrified for you, but you probably have the biggest balls in this entire fucking thing that you're letting all these people that you have no idea lift your wheelchair up and walk you through Slaughter to Bravel of all bands.
Yeah, that is pretty wild
That's crazy.
to do. Yeah, sorry, I don't have a better answer for this. I can't really.
You're
I'll
good.
try to.
That's okay,
Maybe
that's
we'll
okay.
come back to that. I'll think about it because
Yeah,
I don't.
it'll
I mean,
come.
there's some stuff that I mean, probably every time I see something, so it just all blends. I guess
You just become desensitized to it.
I know
Yeah.
for me, I seen 2 people having sex during ICP at Welcome to Rockville last year. Like full on going out. She left me. She went to go crowd surf during ICP, and there's just 2 people just going at it right there in the middle of everybody.
Yep.
That,
Now I
guess
was told to expect weird shit at ICP, but it never really like set in that this legitimately happens at ICP shows, and I'm just like, oh shit, they were for real. Like they weren't lying. Like this is a thing. Okay, all right.
Yeah, I guess that would be the show. That would be that. Trying to like this is actually it's kind of like I want to say it's bothering me, but it's like I've been to so many and I've played so many and I've worked so many and I'm like I can't. There's I guess like I'm nothing surprises me really anymore, so I'm just like trying to think back.
Yeah, you
We'll come
kind of
back
get desensitized to it, and it's like what's weird for one is like completely normal for us because you go to shows and shows and shows, and then after a while, you're just like, yeah, that happens, and then you just don't even it doesn't even register.
I mean, we did have that guy at he was crowd surfing in that giant bubble.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there was that.
Yeah.
All right, CB, you're up.
So speaking on weird things, what is a conspiracy theory that you think is true?
Oh God, might get in trouble. Can we talk freely about this?
Yeah,
Sure, go for it. Fuck it.
I mean, certain lists that were released last year with certain things, details that weren't disclosed about you name who. There's a lot that we don't know, and we'll never know about that. And I could leave it there. Anything that I've heard that's like, and I get it. Like conspiracies are kind of funny for me because conspiracy theories, like at their core, are supposed to make sense, right? So like you can just draw anything to anything and make it. I mean, there's a 25-minute video or whatever on Back to the Future predicting 9/11, and it's like you could make that work out, I guess. And that's.
You can connect the red strings and it'll.
Yeah, well, that's like getting into the creator of The Simpsons and them saying that he is a time traveler because The Simpsons have like predicted so much like crazy ass shit over and over and over and over, and they're like, absolutely, this man is a fucking time traveler and he's traveled through time. And there's no other way that you can explain why he was able to like literally predict so much shit on the fucking show.
Yeah. Some of them are funny. Some of them are amusing. Some of them are like kind of messed up. Like people just like run with things and they just think that it like they know everything because they thought of something. And I don't buy into a lot of them, but certain things around certain lists, I was like, yeah, that kind of adds up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So that'd probably be the one that comes first to mind.
Fair enough. See, I'm more of a cryptids guy. Like I like hearing the shit about like Bigfoot and the Mothman and the Jersey Devil and whether werewolves and vampires exist, and like I go down that rabbit hole, even though I don't know. I mean, me, if I don't see it from my own damn eyes, there's so much shit they tell you that, oh, this is the truth, this is the truth, this is the truth, but there's actually no physical evidence of it actually being true.
Right.
So to me, it's like, all right, they're cool stories. It's cool to hear some of this stuff. It's horrible to hear some of this other stuff, but until there's actual physical evidence, I'm not going to drink the Kool-Aid until there's actual physical proof.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's tough nowadays too. Cause like, you know, if you have a TikTok account, you could just start ranting and then you have a platform suddenly. And if it gets shared enough, it gets pushed. So it's like you get enough people to shout something and then everybody's like, yeah, I realize that too. And it's just a bunch of shit. So you gotta kind of like weed through that. And some of them, like, I mean, I'm no better than anybody else. Like laying in bed late at night, I'll get sucked in at like 11, 12 o'clock. Like, wait a minute. And I'm like, I gotta go to bed. Like,
yeah, I can't do it. I'm not a social media guy. I don't really like social media nor TV. So I don't watch live TV. I don't watch news. I don't watch any of that shit. The only thing I do is sit in bed and play video games until I get tired and go to sleep, because I would rather watch that than hear. Because, like, you look at that shit and 90% of it's nothing but negativity. And there's enough negativity. I don't want to see this shit. I don't. I'd rather be happy playing my goddamn childish video games and go to sleep than see all that crazy shit.
Yeah. No, that's a good point.
So on that, if you had only one choice of an album that you had to listen to for the rest of your life and you could not listen to another album, what would that album be?
Tough because like I love heavy music, but I also have times where I'm not in the mood for heavy music at all. Like I don't want to hear distortion at all. And if I pick a heavy album, I'm gonna be stuck with it.
Yes, you are.
But if I don't pick a heavy album, then I can never hear a heavy album again.
Exactly.
I'm just gonna go with what came to mind first. I think from all angles, lyrics, vocals, production, riffs, drum parts, like all encompassing, I would probably go with Ashes of the Wake if I had to. Just because of like what that did for me at the time. But it's so hard. That's a really hard question. I even saying that, I'm like, no. You know what I mean? But I'm just gonna go with that because it's impossible. I can't even pick a band, let alone an album.
Dude, I've thought about it a million times, and I always come to like the same two albums, but ultimately it lies down to I'm always gonna pick fucking Rob Zombie's Hellbilly Deluxe every single time. Like I'm a big Rob Zombie fan. My other one would be Marilyn Manson's Antichrist Superstar. One of those two. I love fucking both of them, but definitely Rob Zombie because I never get tired of listening to Rob Zombie.
Yeah, that's a good
ridiculous one. All right, Meg, you're up.
What is your pre-show routine?
Pre-show routine.
Mm-hmm. We'll get you ready to rock.
So I take you through everything that from like hours before. There's not like an extensive thing, but stop eating at least 2 hours before, preferably 3, because I've played with that and it's not fun when you're digesting and you're like playing drums. So cut off food. Kind of just hang out after that. That's like step 1. And then just get a feel for like where we're like getting changed and stuff like that. And then honestly, there's not much. I hit a pad for a little bit. I used to do like static stretching, but I'm not doing that as much anymore because I've heard it's not as good to stretch out in that way and then go and do like different motions to play on the kit. So I'd rather warm up. I mean, I might like shake myself out a little bit or whatever, but I try to just do like 8 hits on each hand, singles, doubles, get my feet moving, like just find a couch or a chair somewhere and just do like heel up, heel down, full leg, just double bass, like simple stuff just to get blood moving. That's really it. Maybe some caffeine if I'm in the mood, but nothing crazy. No like superstitious things. Mostly just trying to get into the mindset of playing in front of people and like putting on a good show. Like people paid money to be there and they're dedicating their time to being there and they want to see you. So just knowing that you're like in the right headspace and try to put my phone away, not be distracted by that. But yeah, other than that, it's pretty much much
Okay,
it.
solid, solid.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. My pre-show is very extensive.
Is it?
Yeah.
Everybody's got their thing. I got the vocalist doing the scales and stuff. Sometimes I'll actually in Awake at Last they would do their scale thing, the no 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 or whatever, and I would like follow with singles, like test myself on
Yeah.
speed uh at that thing. So it kind of sounded musical with both of us doing that together.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really have anything. Some people are crazy. What do you do that's like extensive, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh God. So I'm big on yoga. So
First he moisturizes, then he does yoga. No.
I do. I fucking
He's gonna hit me with the American Psycho. Like I
Oh,
can do
yeah,
100 now.
Fills up
I'm
his
not even
mouth.
gonna go through my fucking lotion regimen because that's a whole wow, that sounded really bad.
It puts lotion on the skin
It's not X-rated, I promise.
before it gets to play again.
It's not X-rated, I promise. No, I used to have like really bad, like when I first started playing, I had stage fright like a motherfucker. Bad. Like to the point where as soon as I got to the stage, they would set a trash can to the side of the stage because I was going to vomit every single time. And I did this from the age of 17 all the way till I was in my 30s. I would puke instantly. As soon as we were walking up on it, I'd throw up every damn time. So that was kind of one of my pre-stage rituals was to fucking puke. So I after a while I stopped. I did kind of what you did. I would stop eating at a certain point because I was terrified I was going to puke. I didn't want to puke, so I would stop eating. And then I'd always have like at least only 2 beers. That's it. Just 2 beers. Just oh my God, what the fuck are these balloons for?
What happened?
It's the stupid Apple computer. You do certain things
What'd
and
you
it'll
do?
fucking that. I think maybe.
And-
Yep, there it is.
Yeah.
There's balloons. Fucking, there's confetti too. Anyways, I would stop eating. I would always do yoga in the morning because yoga kind of like de-stresses me and kind of puts me in that area. And then I would probably practice for about an hour prior. And then after that, it just be natural. Like hang out with friends, talk with friends, watch the band that's prior, just kind of chill out and get out of my head. Like I didn't want to really practice right before a show because if I felt like I was practicing all the way up, I would start to get in my head and start to get worried about, oh, what if I fuck up? What if I do this wrong? What if I do that wrong? What if this goes wrong? And then I would just be full of anxiety and then I would play like shit. So I'd have to put myself in a situation where I wasn't so focused on the show itself. Just focused on having fun and hanging out and seeing other bands and then just go up there and play. And then by the time it hit me, it's kind of like a shock thing. It's like you get up there and you start playing. Well, by the time you realize that you're already 3 songs in and it's not no big deal. But if you're sitting there thinking about it the entire time, I would psych myself out, get in my own head, and then it would just be a shit show for me.
Yeah. No, so much of it is mental. That's a big part of when I'm doing those exercises. I like trying to just not, I don't know what's going through my head, but just trying to just like calm myself down because I get the same way. Not like to the point of puking or anything, but I get, if you overthink it too much or like you start like your brain will play tricks on you, you know, like do you remember the parts? Do you remember when you messed up, especially on a tour? Like I've had nights on tours in the past with other bands and stuff where it's like, you remember the last 2 shows now, you messed up this one part, like don't mess it up again. And then what happens when it comes up, you're going to mess it up. So
yeah,
like,
you overthink, you get in your own head.
Yeah. Yeah, no, so much, I would argue more of it is mental. It's not 50-50, if you could say that. I would say it's 60-40 even sometimes, like mental versus physical, because that I feel like that leads to everything else, at least for me. Like,
Right.
especially with drums too, you're kind of riding that line between, because like you're using all your limbs, and if you focus too much on any one or top half, bottom half, you kind of are setting yourself up. But if you don't focus enough, you're kind of setting yourself up to get off track. You got to ride that like middle where you're like just locked in enough, but you're also could be thinking about what you did earlier that day or whatever, like that
Mhm.
flow state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's why I like just to hang out and just get in that element of being around friends, being around cool people, watching cool bands, to where I'm not thinking about all that other shit. Like I have to
Yeah.
be in that mode. It's like that's one of the things I love about going to shows, because when I go to a show, whether I'm playing or I'm just there as a spectator, it's like I'm in that bubble and I don't think about all the outside shit. I'm not thinking about my job. I'm not thinking about bills. I'm not thinking about money. I'm not thinking about anything else other than that moment. And that's it.
Yeah.
And if I'm in the moment, then I'm solid. I'm golden. But you take me out of that moment and I'm thinking about all the other shit, yeah, I'm gonna be it's gonna be a fucking shit show.
It's easier
All right,
said than
Meg.
done too.
Yes. All right, Meg, you're up.
So if your band was a fast food item, what fast food item would y'all be?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Does Chipotle count as fast food?
Yes,
yeah.
that's fast. I mean, it's owned by McDonald's. It's fast food.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I would
I'm gonna
so.
say Chipotle or any slop bowl place, because not because we're slop, hopefully, but because the range of our music, like we have songs like, I don't know if you've heard our song from a while back called LCD. It's pretty heavy, pretty
Mhm.
like FU through and through.
Mhm.
Can't really mix up the meaning. Even the song we just put out, Synthetic, same thing. But then we have songs like Match My Misery or whatever, some of these more rock songs.
Mhm.
And I feel like they both, or all of them, really sound like us at the end of the day, but we have different sides of things. So I guess my thought process with that is you can make a different bowl every time, and it's always going to be Chipotle, and it's always going to be good, hopefully. I
Okay.
don't know.
All right.
Rather than like a meal deal or something from somewhere. I feel like that like makes more sense to pick different ingredients every time and have it still be Advents or whatever.
Yeah.
To be honest, I have only had Chipotle twice in my entire life.
That's crazy. I mean,
Well,
I'm not gonna. I don't know if you're missing out on much, but that's crazy. I feel like they're just everywhere.
Well, I mean, it's here, but like where we live, there's not a whole lot of chain restaurants where we live. It's a lot of like ma and pa type places. But as far as like food like that, I really like, was it Moe's Southwestern Grill?
Yeah.
I like Moe's. So like
Yeah.
I usually go to Moe's for anything like that. But other than that, there's like so many really good ma and pa type restaurants around here that's what I tend to go for, because I like to support local in more ways than one. Bands, food, whatever. That's what I like.
Yeah. I guess it could be a regional thing. Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't even consider that.
Yeah.
We have them like everywhere here, and it's like sometimes when you need something quick or you have enough points and it's free or something, I feel like I just always end up there somehow.
Hey, it's all right. We order a lot of Domino's here. A lot of fucking
Sometimes you
Domino's.
just got
Uh-oh. We just lost
we
Joe.
lost him.
It's all right.
Joe.
He'll be back. It's okay. It's reloading. How you guys doing? You guys good?
Doing okay.
Doing good. Doing good. Surviving the
Yeah.
flash flooding, but we're doing good.
Yeah. Flash flooding?
Yeah. In
Yeah,
South
flash
Texas,
flooding?
it's
Are you
flash
swimming
flooding.
yet?
No.
Do we need to send you a boat?
We've got kayaks.
Careful, of those Sharknadoes over there.
We've got Jeeps and kayaks. We're good.
Okay.
We're
I mean, you're good to a certain point. Oh, there he is. We got him back.
There he is.
I'll be
Oh.
honest, you guys. I've been staring at like you frozen this whole time. I was.
Oh no.
I don't know what happened, but now we're good. Sorry about that.
Sweet. No, you're good. You're good. All right, CB, you're up next.
What was the very first cassette tape or CD that you owned?
Ooh, that's a good one.
That I bought with my own money. I'm assuming you mean.
Yes, the very first one that you bought.
This is really. I feel like I suck with these answers because my friend was the CD owner when we were kids. He had like a collection, and I would just rip them all to my iTunes library. I would steal all of them. So
Nice.
I don't.
We didn't have iTunes when I was young.
No, I had a system. I would go to I remember we would hang out on like a Friday, and I would just bring stacks of CDs home with me for the weekend, and I would just one by one add them and then bring them back to him on Monday at school. And I don't remember when I started. Then I started, obviously, when I had money, when I got a job, I started buying stuff, but I don't remember the first I bought. I could give you the first album that I remember listening to as a little kid, like through. That might be better.
Okay.
Be more of a conversation. It was Ramones Mania, the greatest hits album from the Ramones.
Yeah, see, for me, I was in junior high when Korn's album Follow the Leader came out, and that was the very first CD I ever bought.
Oh, I remember.
People have that album. I don't have they know what it is. I don't. It was probably Metallica. They're my favorite band, so it was probably them. But I can't remember. Sorry, what were you going to say?
My first album was the NSYNC and Britney Spears Half a Time CD.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I had that the NSYNC one with them on the stage. I had that too.
Yeah, I had that one. Yep. And the Backstreet Boys. Yep.
Dude, we used to do some dirty shit when we were kids. So I don't know if you guys remember BMG. So there's this company, BMG, that you could buy like your first order, you could get 10 CD or 10 cassettes for 99 cents. And then you had to pay like full price afterwards. So we would fucking pay the 99 cents and then get the 10. And then we would go find like houses that were up for sale, and they went off of your address. So we'd use that address and order another 10 and have them shipped. And we would wait until the UPS man came and then go get them out of the mailbox, the house that's up for sale and vacant. So it just kept buying fucking shit for 99 cents. But I do remember the very first cassette and CD I ever had. The very first, it was 2 cassettes I bought because we all picked like 2. It was Warren G Regulator, and it was fucking God damn it, the Demon Knight soundtrack. Which the Demon Knight soundtrack was the first time I ever got introduced to Pantera, because Cemetery Gates was on that soundtrack, and I became a huge Pantera fan because of that soundtrack. And there was a lot of great bands that were on that soundtrack, but that was the one song I remember the most. And then CD wise, it was Marilyn Manson, Smells Like Children, and The Prodigy that had like Firestarter and Smack My Bitch Up and all that shit, because those were huge on MTV at the time. So that was the first ones I ever remember fucking getting.
I still have my very first cassette tape I ever got.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Like with you?
Yeah.
Like in this house?
Yeah.
That's so sweet.
It's Poison.
Cool.
Poison?
Poison?
Yep.
All right, now I'm kind of judging you a little bit.
To be fair, to be completely fair, I didn't buy it. I stole it from my dad.
Does that count though? Does that actually count?
I'm still in possession of it, so it's mine.
Still has it. He still holds on to it.
All right, fair enough. All right, so if you could go on a world tour and you could choose any 3 bands to take with you and they cannot say no, who are you taking on tour with you?
Are we? Could they be? They could be bigger than us, right? Like we could open.
Yeah, they could be
and then
big. They could be
And then-
small. Any three bands doesn't matter.
Different genre. Doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
it doesn't matter.
Different genre, yeah. So
Your show.
if all right, I have to say Metallica. Keep talking about them, but I mean you have to. If I could, in any capacity, do anything with having to do with that band ever, I'd be like set. So definitely them. Metallica. I would say Sylosis. I don't know if you listen to Sylosis.
Yes, I love
Yeah.
Sylosis.
I could
Love
that's a whole
Sylosis.
Sylosis is an episode in and of itself. Here's a fun fact for you. I am the Sylosis subreddit creator.
Oh,
wow.
shit! Really?
Wow.
Dude, I love Sylosis.
Yeah, they rip. I just saw them on with Bleed From Within that tour. I've been following them since I found them when they were touring with Lamb of God back in 2012 is when I
See,
started.
I
listening.
just found Sylosis last summer.
Oh, so you got it. Did you go back like in the discography? Like
Yes, I have
Age?
now.
Okay. You
But the
did.
very first song I heard, I was listening because I listened to like Amazon Unlimited whenever I'm
Okay.
driving around, and it was the song Deadwood came
Okay,
on.
yeah.
I'm like, who the fuck is this? And then I went down the fucking rabbit hole.
Yeah, it's insane. Josh is like, I know people throw around genius a lot, but that dude is in the conversation of genius.
Yeah, when I heard that song Deadwood, I was just like, oh, who the fuck
Yeah.
is this?
They're crazy. Yeah,
they're on my bucket list to see live, definitely.
Yeah, you have to. But I actually met Josh last time I saw them, which was crazy. Like I couldn't believe it was like I was like a little kid, and I was like, we've been waiting. I was with my buddy who's like an even bigger fan than me, and we were like, we've been waiting since 2012. Like, and he was like, really? Like, because we saw them back then, and then they weren't around. He joined Architects. It was like a whole thing. They were on a hiatus, but he was super cool. But yeah, definitely them. So Metallica, Sylosis, and then I'm gonna throw in a non-heavy one. This guy Alan Raymond, one of my favorite singers of all
Okay.
time. He's like, I don't even know what genre he is. It's like R&B, grunge. Depending on the album, it changes.
Okay.
But he's one of my favorites. So those three. It would be a very odd lineup, but we'll go
Don't
with
worry,
that.
mine would be too. Don't worry.
It's
A lot of the
better
stuff
that way.
I listen to is very abstract and like bizarre and shit like that. Well, at least what some people would find bizarre, but it would definitely be. I wrestled a bear once if they were to get back together. Tony Danza Tap Dance Extravaganza, which
Okay.
are back together, by the way, and I am going to fucking see them. And I know this is the wild card, Post Malone, because I love Post Malone, not the country stuff because I can't stand country, but all of his like rapish R&B hip hop type stuff. I love fucking Post Malone.
He's sick. He's got some really good stuff.
Hit me up. Let's tour.
We can play Magic.
Yes, we're gonna play Magic because we're all Magic nerds here. All right, Meg, you're up.
So, what's a song that immediately changes your mood whenever you hear it?
Could be positive or negative, right?
Yeah.
Like angry, not negative, but angry, sad. Can I cheat? I'm gonna pull up my library quick.
Go
Yeah.
for
I
it.
can't. I do this thing sometimes where you get asked a question and you suddenly forget what you like. And
Yeah.
everything about your
You're
life.
put on the spot. Who am I?
I don't know if I could do this like ever. I'm gonna look at like lately. Is that cheating, or is that good?
No. Just do it.
No, I'm totally not cheating.
No rules. Mine. One of mine is a Pink Pony Club. That one always gets
Okay.
me like just jamming, just in a
Oh my
lighthearted mood.
Yeah,
Is it the actual Pink Pony Club or Guar's rendition of Pink Pony Club?
No, it's the
They're all
original by
terrible.
Chapel Roan.
They're all terrible.
You need to go. You need to go watch the live video of Guar doing Pink Pony Club because that is
Oh my god.
fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they did that.
They
Yeah.
did. I showed it to him one night going down the rabbit hole. We're all sitting around drinking beer. I'm like, "Did you know that Guar covered Pink Pony Club?" And he was like, "No, they didn't." I was like, "Yes, the fuck they did."
I gotta look that up.
Oh, do it. It's worth it.
Another artist that will change my mood if any of their stuff comes on is Enya. Enya's a good one.
Dumb. You're gonna give me fucking
Oh, it's just like
PTSD.
relax.
She's like the ultimate cat lady. You know that, right?
I am.
My mother would listen to Enya, Ace of Base, and Madonna when she cleaned the house, and I knew damn well if I heard any of those three, I better get my ass out of the fucking house, or I was going to be cleaning all goddamn day.
It's funny how stuff like sticks with you
Triggers you.
in that way. It triggers, yeah. I think I got mine. It's gonna be I'm a very big riff guy. I've realized over time. I'm like, there's a common thread amongst a lot of these bands I like. Flamethrower by Gatecreeper. That song, if I hear that, I don't know if you know it, but that first riff, just the riff and Flamethrower, I will just every single time my attention goes there. So
Okay.
I'll go with that one.
Fair enough. All right, CB, you're up, man.
What is the greatest horror film?
I'm not a huge horror guy, so if you are, I'm sorry, because I'm probably gonna say something newbie.
That's okay.
I mean, you got to go like Halloween or something, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Depends on who you're talking to.
yeah. I don't. Can you everybody give me theirs, and then let me think, because there's something better
Horror.
than that.
Oh shit.
Mine's Evil Dead.
Okay.
Dead Alive.
I haven't
Of course
seen a
you
lot of
can pick
horror
that one.
on the spot.
Shut up. I love Dead Alive. It's one of the greatest films Peter Jackson ever did. And nobody knows that Peter Jackson did fucking grotesque horror before he ever did Lord of the Rings or fucking King Kong. He did a lot of underground grotesque fucking B-rated movies. He did Dead Alive, which is a zombie film that is absolutely grotesque. It's got zombie sex and zombie babies and all kinds of insane whacked out shit. And then he did another two movies, Bad Taste 1 and Bad Taste 2, which were aliens that ate people, and it is extremely gory. And the very first Bad Taste, there's a scene where one alien is eating the brains out of another alien with a spoon.
Okay.
And it is
All right.
See, like,
very graphic.
earlier when you were saying you avoid the news, like that's kind of how I am with horror, where I'm like, the world's fucked up enough. I don't need to see this. That's kind of where my like, but which doesn't make sense because I listen to like pretty grotesque, disgusting music, like worse than anything we've discussed here. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't know where I missed the horror boat on that, but yeah, it's tough.
I don't really watch a lot of horror either.
Well, it's really kind of surprising because like horror and metal has like coincided for so long.
Oh
Like
yeah,
there's
no,
literally a documentary that me and him just watched the other day.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
called
I
The
saw-
History of
I
Horror
see
and
that.
Metal.
It's really
And it
good.
was really fucking good. And it
Yeah,
went
there's,
to
like-
the whole history and background of horror collaborating with metal for years and years and years and years.
For a long time.
yeah, they're I'd never like growing up too, like friends that I had that were into metal always liked horror, and I just never like there was something that just missed me with that. There was a it was an A24 movie I saw semi recently that I thought
Love
was
those
good, but
24 studios.
yeah, I can't
They're-
remember one of the big ones. I might.
What
let me-
happened in it? What happened in it?
I'm cheating because I pulled it up. Oh, I think it was Midsummer. That was the one
Oh yeah,
that I saw.
that was fun.
That was pretty cool for what it was, but I wouldn't say favorite ever. Let's just go Halloween because I've seen it multiple times and it's always a classic. I
Okay.
think it's
enough.
easier that way.
Fair
But I'm
enough.
not a horror guy. There's an asterisk next to that.
Not a horror guy. Halloween.
Horror.
Gotcha. Fair enough. So, I guess my next question is: if heavy metal and hard rock did not exist, what type of music do you think that you would play?
Is it cheating to say like alt rock?
Yes.
Like indie alt rock? Like
Nothing rock and roll at all.
nothing, no guitar.
Yeah, there's guitar. Because like for me, it would be ska.
Okay.
Because like when I grew up, I loved like fucking the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones and No Doubt.
Nothing metal or
Okay.
heavy metal adjacent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just wherever the line is. So like you couldn't say like because I don't even know when you say alternative, I don't know what the hell that
I
means.
mean, you could
anymore,
even
but,
go.
like,
You could even go pop punk. So no hard rock and no metal.
okay, so it's probably a band that sounds like Arctic Monkeys and stuff like that. If that
Okay.
counts.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love like Silver Sun Pickups, Arctic Monkeys. I mean, I had a huge alt J kick for a while, like years ago. I still dabble. I can't think of any
Dabble.
bands off the top of my head, but yeah, I'm like in and out of genres all the time. But I will always love like that brand of like rock, I guess, but not heavy rock. You know, like it has some riffs, but it's more like alt, upbeat, I guess. I don't know what you would call it, but just
Okay.
picture Arctic Monkeys, but that realm of indie alt.
Okay. That works. That's fair enough. All right, Meg, you're up.
Oh man. What are you guys looking forward to for the rest of this year? What are some markers that you're looking to hit this year?
Definitely putting the record out. That's a month from tomorrow, as I'm looking now. So July 17th. So getting that out because we haven't put out a full length yet. It's just been EPs, singles, no physical stuff. So now we have like the proper bundles, vinyl, CD, pre-order, all that. So that'll be cool. And then just touring as much as we can. We got a month coming up. We leave in July, and then trying to just set up the rest of the year. Hopefully we could get some fall stuff going. So both of those, I guess, at the same time. The record comes out while we're on tour, so that'll be cool. Like I think
Cool.
we're in New Orleans that day.
Oh, nice.
We'll try to make that special, but yeah, it'll be good.
Nice. So on that, since we're at the end, you guys know that are watching, we always play a music video or some type of music towards the end. So obviously we have their new lyric video for Synthetic. So if you want to, before we go into playing the music video, kind of tell everybody what Synthetic is about and kind of what went into that song.
Yeah, Synthetic is I mean, if you watch the lyric video, there's not much mincing of words. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. It a lot of times our songs, the lyrics are a little more like open to interpretation and apply it to your life kind of deal. And for this one, the listener can kind of run with it, apply it to their situation, but it's very like kind of a fuck you to certain people. Just, you know, the hook is, if you could call it that, is we'll write it on your grave that you were number one. Like, don't worry, we'll remind everybody that you're the best at everything. And it's kind of this manufactured, like, you know, look at me mentality, and it's everywhere right now, I feel like, in life in different areas. So yeah, looking at it through that lens, I guess it's kind of just like a rager, quick in and out kind of song.
All right, fantastic. So on that, for everybody that's watching, please make sure to go check out Advents on all social media accounts. If you're around and they're playing a show, go buy the tickets to be a show. Don't be a pansy ass. Go to the show, buy the fucking merch, support these damn bands, check out the song. We will see you again at 9:00 tonight. Joe, you stay put because we'll talk to you after the show. On that, here is Synthetic by Advents. We love you guys. We'll see you again here in a little bit.
Feeding us the applause like a parasite. You build this mask with walnuts.